Cut us all, boss.
More trouble.
I see you, Rook. And I see the ritual. Fight me! Win this city! This is the power the gods give!
Butcher! Where is the ritual?
So beautiful, but not like Treviso.
There's nothing left of him. He's gone. And he named the ritual site Tearstone Island.
The butcher kept his word.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it. What's left of it, anyways.
You gutless traitor. You weren't powerless against the butcher. You were working with him.
I don't expect you to understand this, but sometimes governance means not showing your entire hand.
You sold Treviso out to the Antom.
I did what I did to help this city, to save it, to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the Antom. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Menrathus. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
Sometimes there's no good choice left, just a bunch of different bad ones. A leader owns the consequences of that choice, no matter what they are. What if Treviso's people could have fought back, could have rallied to the city's defense? But the Antom kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook! You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elgarnon and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Whatever the Antom are looking for, Evenchi's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antam fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
The lectures, the insults. Evenchi made sure all we saw was a hopped-up bureaucrat who was jealous that Treviso loves the crows. If someone had told me Evenchi was in charge of the Antam, I wouldn't have believed it. And yet...
Yes, but you have forced them into the open.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
Evenchi keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the Antam beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's angry grab at power.
We'll stop Evenchi.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Evenchi confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgarnon and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Evenchi.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next. How did no one see Evenchi's betrayal coming?
Perhaps they did. There's a difference between knowing and being willing to stand.
They were someone else's problem, and the city paid the price.
damn it. I should be out there with you. Bianca's getting cranky cooped up in here.
So you're a skull now?
I refuse to explain my condition yet again to one of Volkaran's roommates.
I have my own room. Hey, is a skull still called a corpse when you're just a skull? Okay, I'll ask Emmerich.
Hey, Rook.
Need and knowledge.
Up for a trip to the Cobbled Swan?
Why? What's happening?
Nothing, that I know of. With Aelia taken care of, I thought we'd check in. Maybe enjoy the Swan for once?
So, how's being a lich?
Things that pressed give way to understanding. The Fade runs even deeper than I'd known. But it's different now, moving through this world.
I felt the same when I touched the stone. But what I eventually realized? Everything I felt was always there. It was just me who'd changed.
Very sagacious and true.
Spite will not stop demanding revenge for Treviso. Is there any more we can do?
Hey there, Rook.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the Antam Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
If anyone can find a way around that fleet, it's us. Everything seems impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. Varric told me that.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
Let's make sure there's too many distractions for them to spot us.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, veil jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us, except at their front door.
You've helped our allies, Rook. They're ready to return the favor.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have 2 gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
We are ready as we'll ever be.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
What about the Inquisitor? I know she's been busy fighting in the south, but this doesn't end until the gods are dead. She knows that.
Saving the world? Sounds like the Inquisitor.
Reach out to her. Morrigan, too. We could use their help. We're ready as we'll ever be. We need to make our move soon.
I agree.
Get some rest, and be ready.
It worked. The crows have harried the Antam, and Evenchi is revealed. But I did not think this is what they planned.
It is bold, and it will doom us all. Rook, good. We have discovered what Evenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the Kamek Master in the garrison, a note you found that said some Kamek had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Evenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Evenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Evenchi planning to poison with the Kamek? Aside from the crows?
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt Evenchi is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the Kamek will spread to the rest of the city as well.
Destroying your own people's minds. How could Evenchi do this?
By telling themselves there is nothing else to be done.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight... The governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Evenchi from releasing the Kamek.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Evenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you think Evenchi would target the field hospital?
I would not put anything past them now.
I heard that and said he lost it.
There's the garrison.
So, you've managed to get leads on the Venatori from Aelia.
She's not chatty, but she's smug. Couldn't resist hinting at a few unfinished plans that I can now chase down.
Then you don't regret...
On to the garrison and the governor.
Please, go on. Then you don't regret letting her leave?
It wouldn't change the past. And maybe this will change our future.
If you change your mind, my knives are sharp, and no one would trace it to you.
The courtyard looks empty.
No guards? Where are the Antam?
Evenchi must be further in. We clear the... garrison this time. Evenchi's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Ready?
Look! Intruders! Come down! We can escape across the roofs!
Lucky shot! Let's finish
courtyard's full of darkspawn.
That explains why Aventi's Anton were trying to run. Aventi is lighted.
Aventi! Traitor!
Wait! Jacobus!
That's amazing!
Would you look a rook?
Okay, now for Aventi.
I will see you dead if it's the last thing I do before the light takes me!
Both of them. Something's wrong.
Wait! Are these Anton real?
I see the comic is working!
Hey, behind!
that's all you want! It won't end any differently! Why don't you give up? Look at that.
Just say when.
Well, aren't you something?
If that damned dark spawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered...
It wouldn't have made a difference.
Neither will my death. My comic could have helped stabilize the city. But it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
Maybe Treviso will survive. Maybe not. You've lost the right to know.
You must be so proud. Leaving this city in the grip of murderers.
You say you did all this for Treviso, eventually to protect it. But you never really believed in it.
What would you know about the city I love?
If Rook hadn't stopped the governor in time.
None of that. It is time to celebrate a victory.
Rook! I should have wine. We should toast you.
Evenchi is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Antam remain, though with Evenchi gone, I think we will be able to persuade them to move on in the coming months.
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have time now to patrol for Darkspawn.
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future now that it has one.
Treviso would have fallen long ago if it really didn't have a chance.
I'm not so sure. A city is only as healthy as those who care for it.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is time to celebrate.
For our victory.
For Treviso's freedom.
For the crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago, dear, you mentioned something about getting us drinks?
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. We've shown everyone you can stand against the Antam and the Blight. Lucanis.
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can make it. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally, I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
A lot of people have tried to cure possession. Sometimes, if they can kill the demon in the Fade...
That's what I've heard too, but there's no guarantee of success, especially given our situation.
Because you and Spite were forced together?
And because I pay my debts, even to him.
And what about the other person in this equation? How does he feel about this?
He dreams of freedom. I've shared those dreams. He never chose this rook. Something must change.
You sound like you still got some doubts.
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infuses the other. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know I've grown stronger. So, say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
A demon who's worked in a team, saved people, and made friends.
He'd lose them if I cast him out.
You keep saying that. Like you'd miss him?
He's been part of me. He'd be alone.
Spite will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making the right call. For both of you.
I know. But from someone else, it's easier to believe. And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest, one must aim beyond the target. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and Spite, and all the fury we can muster.
Hey there, Rook.
Just when you think the Venatori can't get worse.
Hey, you.
I want to do something special with the tablet. Display it or something. To honor it. Honor her.
I can't demand your repentance, Johanna, but perhaps reflection beckons.
On trying to
And what do we teach them? To loiter down in the necropolis. Navarra could be an empire. We could raise armies of corpses to slay our enemies and conquer new shores!
You'd make us another Tevinter.
Nonsense. I'm sure we'd do better.
Antoine, how's the training going?
Bien. One moment. Darkspawn have been spotted! The villagers are in trouble! Rally to your positions! Go! Go!
Ever tried gingerwort tea? I heard that has some kick to it.
What's that?
Well, after a few sips you start to hear...
Nothing. There's nothing to hear.
And then you achieve Turlum and become one with the...
With the toilet, you end up peeing most of the day. Wouldn't recommend it.
Oh.
What's the matter, Antoine? A bird getting the best of you?
Yes, well... The problem is they aren't stupid. They can't see it's not real. They're clever.
And bored. So you mix it up.
Yes. Yes. But how?
Well...
Wait, what's happening?
Look! It's Darkspawn! Get it!
No, 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 no!
That did it.
You have a question about negative topological functions?
Yes, please. Emmerich said it was okay to ask about this.
Do you always listen to that milksop? Well, at least you've come to a proper necromancer. First, I assume you've learned to cascade your spell weaves around wave inversions?
Oh, really? But wouldn't the explosive radius... I mean, I'd never try it.
That's cowardice speaking. Cast it aside!
knowledge.
Are you still determined to separate yourself from Spite?
Somehow. Preferably without killing either of us in the process.
Well, then I ask you to consider the dangers to yourself and to him, should you pursue it. You wouldn't mind keeping detailed notes, would you? For the sake of knowledge.
But if I die, you can raise my corpse and ask where I went wrong.
Oh, the newly raised dead aren't always so cognizant of what laid them low. Life is ever precious, but good documentation, oh, priceless.
Rook.
Hey, thanks for getting Elgernon out of our heads when he was doing his ritual.
Wouldn't have without Balara. I've encountered my share of blood magic, but Elgernon... never seen power like that.
Huh. Let me know if you need my blood to counter it.
What? No!
I've got dragon blood. Heard it was stronger. Might help your spells or something.
I don't do blood magic. Ever. And you shouldn't offer your blood to anyone.
Alright, just trying to help.
A lot of places Venatori could be hiding out here.
Rook, good job taking care of those darkspawn. We'll keep an eye out for more.
Looking to inflict some pain? I have what you need. Good luck. Keep your head out there.
Where are the other camps? What are the Venatori planning?
Your demise.
Hi.
The blight's retreating.
We work together.
Yeah.
Let's get you ready. You...
Hello, my friend.
You'll always have allies here.
Get the new supplies, will ya?
In a moment.
Always good to see you in here, Rook. Till next time.
Hey! Don't touch the treasure. Gold for treasure.
You don't use blood magic.
No, but some mages...
Just go.
What was I saying? You don't use blood magic.
No, but some mages in Tevinter do, even ones who aren't Venatori. Of course, they pretend that's not the case.
Why? Doesn't sound like it's a secret.
It's frowned on. But the real reason? If they can pull off a powerful trick without the blood, maybe that's something to respect. Or fear. So they pretend not to need the boost.
That's Vashidon.
Yes, it is.
Prices are not negotiable. Do not taunt the monster beneath the floorboards. But we do accept returns. Another satisfying.
Armor, crafted by yours truly. Thanks for stopping. I know I could make something in this place.
I also sell maps for those with wanderers' hearts. A single piece can transform an entire room.
Interested in something that glitters? I can help. Come back soon.
Elgonard's archdemon. You've never seen a dragon that big.
Nope. Elgarnon messed with her to make her bigger.
Well, first time and all that. Isn't this exciting?
Gonna be a big fight.
I could live with half as much excitement. A quarter. Maybe something the size of an archfennec.
Ugh, don't just sneak up on us.
You got me there.
How far do the catacombs go?
How'd that statue get there?
They've been used to store food during war and blight. Kept Mirathas alive more than once. But that was never the whole story. There's secrets older than the city itself down here.
Have you heard about these shattered dragons? They worry me.
Welcome. Here for a drink, a meal. I'll be with you right away. Enjoy.
Near my house. Something about hope for the city. Nice colors too.
Thought the cart was done when the Venatori grabbed me. You did a good job polishing her up.
I was happy to help. Besides, Nev might starve without your cart.
Yeah, well, free fish next time. You too, Gallus.
Sure, Hal. Rana, I've got someone for you to meet.
Right. I'm almost finished here.
Good reading? And here I thought you'd be working our cases.
I got a tip on a red lyrium smuggler who leaves coded messages in the paper. I placed a coded ad pretending to be a buyer. If the smuggler took the bait, I'll know where he's trading the goods.
Anything I can do to help?
Cooperative. Are you sure you're Nev's friend?
All right. What are we after?
We're looking for the phrase Virantium brandy.
Got it.
Hold on. What's this? Nev Gallus and Rana Savas, investigators?
Right. That. I may have paid for another small advertisement.
You what?
If we want to help people, they need an easier way to find us. It's approachable.
I regret this already.
Docktown couldn't ask for better protectors.
Oh, it could, but we're all right.
There. Virantium brandy. I know where to stop the red lyrium deal. This one, anyway.
Good catch. You might work out after all. Still, I'd prefer you have backup when you need it. And if I'm not around... Rana, meet the Viper. I put in a word for you.
The Viper? You're real? Wait, a word? For what?
Come. It's time you met the Shadow Dragons.
Are you Nev Gallus?
How did you...
I saw your advertisement. Help.
Then you're in the right place.
Rana's advertising plan works.
We won't go hungry, that's for sure.
You're impressed.
If it helps people, don't tell Rana. Have a seat. I'm guessing you've got a story.
Talked with those Shadow Dragon friends and Nevs about the gender stuff. There's a lot of it. Gender stuff. But it's maybe good.
So you succeeded in Lichdom.
I have.
And you don't even have the decency to gloat.
This existence of ours is a gift. By the friendship we once had, I ask you to cherish it rather than let resentment dwell within you.
Let me try on your crown.
The fires are lit.
We need that report Ireland is asking about.
We'll need to find food and shelter for the elves we rescued.
Have a look.
Come back alive. No coin in dead customers.
Nothing but top shelf stuff over here. Hey, punch an on-tom for me.
Greetings, Morn Watcher.
So tell me, young lord, what brought you here from Ferelden?
I have family in Antiva. They lost their homes when the Arntam attacked. I came north to help them to safety. I came over to Ravane and ended up staying here when I saw what the Arntam were doing.
All that, and you chose to strike up a conversation with a Kunari mage.
I wanted to learn something.
Then I suppose your invitation to the Hall of Valor was brother.
Seals hold.
Good.
Prepare yourselves. The dead await.
What do we have here?
Trouble over there. It's up there. Is everyone intact?
Let's see if we can figure this out.
Trouble scouted. Take it to him.
What do we have here? There we go.
Why are you so angry at Emmerich?
Because the bleeding heart keeps interfering with my work.
Your crappy magic killed people.
If you find me objectionable, do what Valkyrie never could. Destroy my remains and end it all.
Emmerich said that would let your spirit escape. Are you trying to escape?
Of course I'm trying to... No.
I must say, of all our theories throughout the ages, no one thought ancient elves came from spirits was very likely.
Wait, the Mornwatch knew?
Not at all. It was only one proposition amongst thousands, and not well credited.
You could write a paper for the Watchers, or both of us could.
What a wonderful idea. Though we'll have some difficulty citing our sources.
Right, I guess Solas's memories are technically a diary?
She wouldn't like the fate, though.
Perhaps in time, they can convince others to leave the cult.
Are there more? Yes, and there might be a pattern with spy movements, but I need more information. Nev told me about Treviso. I'm sorry to hear it. I don't have much, but if there's any way I can send aid, I know you travel there.
How's life as a shadow dragon?
There's a lot to catch up on, but I'll help however I can.
Get the new supplies, will ya?
Right away.
New wares today, just for you. Come back anytime.
Stalgard should be around here somewhere.
I hope he's fully recovered from being trapped in the rock.
I hope so too, but the Kalsharak dwarves are tough. I'd like to see Kalsharak. Do you think Stalgard would take me? Should I ask him? Would that be rude?
Only if you ask rudely.
They're wary of outsiders, but I could learn so much about the dwarves. About myself. Maybe once things have settled down a bit. You got it.
Is it just me, or does it feel different now?
You're right. Something's different. Maybe it's because the expression of the Titan's pain that looked like me doesn't live here anymore.
I can't believe that made perfect sense.
I'll just move this rock out of our way. Leave it to me.
Is this entire mountain a Titan?
It's been still for so long. I can't tell where it begins and ends. It's big, though. They all were. Those rocks I can move were all parts of the Titans once. Once I knew, I couldn't forget it. Now I sense them all the time, whether they're dead or just sleeping. The story of their fall, is the story of our birth. It's why we don't dream, why we're resistant to lyrium, and the reason we feel the earth in our guts. I'm on it. We sold lyrium to the Tevinter Imperium. Titan blood, our blood, traded for gold. So they could use it for magic. The elves stole lyrium from the Titans to make themselves bodies. And eons later, we gave it to a new generation of mages. All on our own. It's sad, isn't it? They mined lyrium here too. Isn't that a little ghoulish? Lyrium is the blood of our ancestors. Maybe ancestors isn't the right word. We were part of them. We were them. I don't know the right word.
No dark spot around the deep roads on the way here?
Lace Harding's shade kept them away for a time.
So they'll be back, you think?
It is hard to say. They seem different now, but there will always be patrols.
Oh, there he is. Stalgard.
You are meeting with the Shapers from Orzammar soon?
I'm told I must. To share what we know of recent events. They affect both cities, after all. The Shapers are all right, but the Assembly will ignore everything we have to say, of course.
I hope you're courteous.
You telling me to be courteous? Do I look all right?
You look fine.
Fine? What does fine mean? Are the back of my ropes wrinkled?
Lace Harding will not care.
I just want to leave a good...
Ah, good. We are all here. I wanted you to meet my sister, Dura. She is a steward of Khal Sharok's memories. A historian.
We have heard of your gifts. We wanted to meet you. To learn from you.
From me?
About the Titans. About our past.
You came here to meet me. To talk to me?
Hey, I'd want to meet you too if I heard all the stories.
I've learned so much, but I know there's still more to discover. I could tell you what I've learned, but maybe it's better if I show you. Hear the song of the stone. You children of Titans.
This is the eternal hymn.
The prayer and the proclamation.
Isa Dunal.
I felt it. I felt the Titans.
I opened my heart to all of you, but I could hold it only for a moment.
But there was an eternity in that moment. Thank you.
No. Thank you. Being here with you. With all of you. I finally understand. We will carry the Titans in our hearts, but it is no longer their time. It is ours.
I found another line in the lullaby that I think started as Dwarven and then became Bad Elven.
Oh, go on.
Irsana and Ma. In Elven, it could mean I'm filled with nothing. But what if it's actually Isana?
The Dwarven word for lyrium?
Isn't lyrium Titan blood? The next line's about the Elven gods. Your lyrium brings pride to the gods. They did use lyrium, we know that much. Wow. Is this difficult for you? I don't have to keep going.
No, keep going. I'm invested now.